What's up, guys? Welcome back to another trade, and I think you probably gonna like this a lot. ACB, baby, Aurora Cannabis. This was so hot on Friday, and I bet most of people traded it. You know, yeah. So basically, the stock, had this earning and it did better than expected. And the company gonna be profitable by next year. As projected. So as you could see, this is the pre-market after the earning, and then it's never turned back. It's just trending up to the end of the day. So where we're talking about is gonna be right here. This is where the trade is. A lot of people might try to trade it open right here. This is a kind of like a falling wedge, but because it was up like 30% pre-market, I'm not sure how well that is. And plus, look at this. It's just wicked down right at open. But if you do it, if you draw a support level here, right here, it's it's something to get in, but it's not my style. So I did not do this trade here. This is a momentum trade, and look at this. This is measure move. This length up to here is this length up to here. But I'm not interested in that because that's not my style. So if it is your style, good for you. It's momentum trade, and as you could see, like as the volume increase, it's still moving up. So, but that's not my style. My style is right here. It's consolidation, breakout. And you see, you risk a small amount and you got a decent amount return. But let's go to the trade then, okay? As usual, I usually want to look into the daily chart. And pre-market it was up, and this was above this, like it's around this level and above the 50 days moving average. So it was like, you know what, this is a go. During the trade. So basically it's already above that level. So I like, yeah, you know what, it's decent to go in. So it's not much you could say. I mean, it's wicked down, the day before it's already went up, but it's not much to say. But as long as above this level, it's a good thing, So because it is an intraday trade, it's not much you could do with this. Okay, so just so you know. Alright, so this is a trade, and this is the 1 minute chart, and this is a 3 minute chart. This is what I use, and the indicator I use is volume. Okay, so before we go to the trade, usually we like to have a catalyst. Okay, and I already told you catalyst that it has a smaller loss, and then a lot of people was piling up the cannabis before the lockdown in Canada and the US, and they did very well. So basically, and also there's some like upgrade too from some one of the analysts. So just so you know, that's another thing. All right. So that's the catalyst, the fundamental of it, and then as usual, this is the trade, the technical part. So the constant I like to trade is around here, and then this is a consolidation breakout, and this one is the top breakout here. All right, so this is my favorite setup usually. Okay, so first of all, you want to consider always the relative strength. Okay, so basically the stock is up like 30-something%, and then the market was really like negative, at open. So it's much better than the S&P. Okay, and then it has a new high at open. Okay, new high, and then they have very high volume, buying volume. So if it's retrace, it's probably going to go up because there are a lot of people buying. This is like profit taking. This is a small amount of thing, and then as you could see here, the selling is decreasing. Okay, as the consolidation moving sideways, and the consolidate like more than an hour, okay, before it reached this point. This is where it's right here. Okay, so you could see that. Okay, and then and decrease in volume, selling volume wise, as you could see, it decreasing. At this point right here is like not that much. All right, and you couldn't really see it over here that well, but you could see here. Okay, so it's decreasing selling, and then buying volume start to increase. Okay, all right, and then multiple support levels. So this is very important. Okay, so right here, that's the main support level right here, and you could see it bounce off here, and then it put in a higher low. Okay, so that's a really good thing as long as it has a higher low. It did not have a higher high, which I prefer to, but it doesn't have to because it's above this downtrend line. Okay, so that's one thing. Did I put that in the okay, yeah, that is one of the criteria. Okay, it's above the downtrend line. All right, and it put in a higher low here, and then also it's above the VWAP. Okay, so basically we have this support level right here which tested, and then they put on a higher low, and then also we have the VWAP as a support level. Okay, and then the downside right here, the downtrend line, is also as a support level, just but it's not as strong. But just so you know, there's a multiple support level. Okay, and the entry price was right here, this high. Okay, so you probably enter right here, and then your stop loss is the low of the day. Okay, well, the low of this tested point right here, which you already have tested a higher low here, so most likely it's not going to go below this, but you want your stop loss to be right here. Okay, so you're risking about, depend. I mean, you could do right here as a stop loss if you want to do that. So you're risking about like 30 something cent if you do it right here, and then you risk about 50 something cent on this one here. Okay, so depend. That's up to you, and that depend how much you risk and how much you're sizing. Okay, so that's something that's up to you. But as those indicator goes, decrease in selling and then somewhat tick up in buying right here is not significant, but you could see, right? And then the downtrend, this is a falling wedge, just so you know. It's a falling channel, but as it break above this, and then right here, like it break above this level, so that's a good thing, as a good entry level. It's a good risk. You risking a small amount, and then the target is right here, so you is 1-to-1, and then if the market, so when you do this kind of trade, you go for 1-to-1, and then you partial, all right? And then if you hit it right, especially with the market, right? So you hit it right here, and then the market start to trend up, the stock gonna move up with the market. Okay, so that's one thing that's very important. So these kind of trade has a lot of potential compared to if you do the momentum breakout. You get your 1-to-1 or sometimes more, but that's it. You don't get the run like this. This run is crazy. And then as you can see, the daily chart of the whole intraday chart, the move is much more than just 1-to-1 return. So that's why consolidation breakout is very good, because you risk a small amount and then your return, if you're lucky, you could get like 3-4 fold. Okay, so just so you know, so that the criteria, and then your entry is above the 20-day moving average and above the VWAP. So those are my criteria to enter the trade, and this worked out perfectly. Okay, and at this point right here, right, so I did not put in the top breakout. This is a bonus. If you watch the thing, if you watch my video. So what the criteria for the top breakout here? Okay, top breakout, you have a higher high. It's basically a new high. Okay, and what's special about this new high? It has a freaking high volume coming in. So that means people are buying. Okay, so there are people buying in. Okay, and then the selling here is decreasing. Okay, and then look at this, right? It's kind of sideways consolidation for 10 minutes. Okay, well actually 20 minutes, and then it put on a higher low again right here. It's tried to test the low, and it put on a higher low. Okay, so basically your entry would be the top, right? Breakout right here, and then your risk is right here. Okay, so if you want to trade a top breakout, okay, so usually top breakout give you 1-to-1. Okay, but this one give you a little bit more. But top breakout is not my thing, my style, but depend on the formation. But for this is it worked out really well, because if you risk 50 cent, you get your around 50 cent, you cash out, you partial out, and then you let the rest run, and fortunately it run very well, right? So the top breakout, so basically a new high with high volume. Okay, the thing is right here is retracement. Okay, this is a 50% retracement around, like it's around 38 to 50% retracement. And the thing is, you have the support right here. You have the support level. That's where you entry, right? It become, so it was resistant. When it passed the resistance, it becomes support. So this serve as a support level. So it has support level, it has a higher low, okay, and then your risk is decent, and then the volume, and then you could see here the volume started increase before the entry right here. Okay, so those are the criteria for top breakout. All right, so that is basically it. But as you know, if you watch my video, the most important thing has to be you want to calibrate this with the S&P. Okay, so as you can see, the next chart, I did a horrible Adobe Photoshop on this, but you could see here. So this above is the ACB, Aurora Cannabis, okay, and then this is the S&P. Okay, so basically as the S&P go down, right, and this is where the breakout level, right, breakout level. Okay, so as the S&P moving down, and you could see here moving down, it's kind of extended. Okay, so right here at open, it did not go below this. It tried to break down this level, but it bounced. It's bounced really high, all the way up to, it felt basically nearly, it felt a gap. Okay, filled the gap, and then it went down right here at this point. So basically, if it's going down to this point, it's not going to just break below this, because that's 100% retrace. It has to bounce somehow. Okay, so basically, but the thing is, at this point, it's bounced off, and then you see right here, okay, that is a chance to take. It's a higher risk trade. Is not very well, because you have the VWAP right here. It's going to consolidate. Okay, but you take the risk and you say, what, if it go below this, but the thing is, it has so many support, so you're fairly confident of the trade. Okay, so just so you know, and then for the top breakout here, this is perfectly aligned. Look at that, it break out above this level, which is right here, while is a breakout the top right here. So the market, like, you see how the stock move correlate with the market, exactly correlation. Okay, so this part right here, it move up, so one is move up right here, right? People who short and stuff, they have to cover, so it's kind of has its own ecosystem. So people buy in, a lot of people coming in here, and then the short has to get out, so it push the price up, so it doesn't need the market once it reach some level. Okay, just so you know. All right, and then at the top breakout, it worked perfectly with the S&P. So basically, guys, that's it. That's how you trade the ACB, okay, for the consolidation and the top breakout. All right, so that's it, and I hope you do well in the market, and happy trading, guy. That's it. Bye.